Hello friends, welcome to our channel Simply Mathematical. In this video, let us do the exercise 1.2 of the chapter 1 Relations and Functions from standard 12th. Okay, we will solve the first, second, third and the fourth problem in this video. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, look at the first problem. The first problem is show that the function f from r star to r star defined by fx is equal to 1 by x is 1 1 and onto. Okay, where r star is the set of all non-zero real numbers. Okay, so this r star here is the set of all non-zero real numbers. Okay, they are asking is the result true if the domain R is replaced by n, with domain being same as, with codomain being same as R star. Okay, so let us first solve the first part, that is to show that the function f is 1 1 and onto. Okay, so you are given a function f from r star, okay, r star to r star, right, and it is defined by fx is equal to 1 by x. Okay, now you have to understand here that the first set, that is the r star, is called the domain, okay, of the function f, and then this here the second set is called as the codomain, right. You are taking the elements from the domain to codomain by the function f, right. So that you know, that you have already studied, right. Now you are given a function fx is equal to 1 by x. So this x here is from r star, that is the domain, and this value which you get is in the codomain, right. This is in the codomain. Okay, now we have to show that this function f is 1 1 and onto. Okay, now 1 1, to show that a function is 1 1, right, so you have to do some method. Okay, you have to use some method. Now this is one method that we use to prove that a function f is 1 1, right. There are many examples here. Okay, and this is one of the method that you will be using again and again for all the problems, okay, in the exercise. So please watch the this video full, right, to understand the concept properly, right. So now how to prove that f is 1 1. Okay, so you have to take, let f x1 be equal to f x2. Okay, this you have to take, right. Now what we have to prove that x1 is equal to x2. Okay, see, this is the definition of 1 1 function. fx1 equal to fx2 implies x1 equal to x2, means the function will be 1 1, right. So taking this, we have to prove this. Now since we have taken fx1 is equal to fx2, what you will get? fx1 will be 1 by x1, right, 1 by x1. Okay, fx2 will be 1 by x2. Clear? So just you have to write x1 in place of x here for this fx1. Okay, 1 by x1, and in place of x here you have to write x2. Okay, so you will get 1 by x2, right, simple, right. Now this is what, if you take the reciprocal of this, it will be x1. Since this is the equation, you have to also take the reciprocal of the right hand side. Okay, so you will get x2, right. So what you are getting, fx1 is equal to fx2 implies x1 is equal to x2, therefore f is 1 1. Okay, this we have proved f is 1 1. Now we have to prove that f is onto. Okay, now to prove that f is onto, you have to prove this. Okay, to prove first f is onto. Okay, now that means what? That is to prove that for every y belonging to R star, right? This R star is nothing but the codomain that you are taking. Okay, for every y in the codomain, that is R star here, okay, there exists an element x, okay, belonging to R star. Now this R star is the domain. Okay, this R star is the domain. So you have to find an x here. Okay, there exists an element x, okay, such that fx is equal to y. Okay, this we have to prove. Now what is the meaning of this? So for every y in the codomain, right, you are finding an x in the domain such that fx is equal to y. That means every y in the codomain has one element in the domain which is mapped to it. Okay, so for every this is you have to prove, right, such that fx is equal to y, there exists an element x, okay, such that fx is equal to y, right. Now how to prove this? So see, whenever you prove this, what you do is let y be equal to fx, say, okay, let y be equal to fx. So this implies what? Y is equal to 1 by x, right? Y is equal to 1 by x. That means what? X is equal to 1 by y. Okay, because if you take x here and y here, you will get this, right? X is equal to 1 by y. Okay, now see this x should be in the set R star, that is the domain. Now is this x in the domain R star? That you have to check. R star is what? The set of all non-zero real numbers, right? So you can see that y is also from R star, right? This y which we are taking, okay, is the image of this element x. So this y is in R star. Okay, that means this is non-zero, right? So what will happen? 1 by y will also be non-zero, right, element. So this will belong to R star, right? So what you get? So we have to now write the statement that we want. Okay, we have already got x, right, for y. So we have to write the statement for every y belonging to R star, right, there exists an element x equal to 1 by y, okay, belonging to R star, right, such that what happens is fx is equal to f of what? 1 by y, right? X is 1 by y. Okay, now what is this? F at 1 by y is what? See, f of x is y. Okay, now we have to write f of 1 by y. Okay, so, or what is the definition of fx? You can see here, it is 1 by x, right? So f of 1 by y will be what? Since fx is equal to 1 by x, okay, that means f of 1 by y will be 1 by y, okay, and that is what? That is equal to y, right? So therefore what you get is, see this, read the statement again. For every y belonging to R star, there exists an element fx is equal to 1 by x. Okay, sorry, what I am reading. For every y belonging to R star, there exists an element x is equal to 1 by y belonging to R star, such that fx is equal to f of 1 by y, which is equal to 1 by y, which is equal to y, right? So therefore f is onto. Okay, so every time you prove that f is 1 1 or onto, you have to do this. Okay, now they are asking you the second question, that is the result true if the domain, okay, that is this, is replaced by n. Okay, and the codomain remains the same. Okay, this remains the same, but this r star is replaced by the set n. Okay, so if you are taking this function, okay, then they are asking you whether the result will remain the same or not. Okay, let us see. Okay, so we have to first see whether f is 1 1 or not, right? So let fx1 be equal to fx2. Okay, that means what? That means 1 by x1 is equal to 1 by x2, right? See, x1 and x2 are from where? Are from the domain, right? Which is nothing but the set of natural numbers. Okay, so you get this. So which is equal to, if you take the reciprocal, you will get x1 is equal to x2. Okay, so what you get is, if you have fx1 is equal to fx2, you are getting x1 equal to x2, right? Therefore f is 1 1, there is no problem here. Okay, f will be 1 1 here. Okay, f is 1 1. Now we have to check that whether f is onto or not. Okay, so for that what you do is, see, you can see that f will not be onto. Why? Because the function is what? The function is fx is equal to 1 by x, right? And you are taking element from the natural numbers here. Okay, and that function value is the reciprocal of the natural number, right? So if you take f at 2, it will be half. Okay, so like that the function is. Okay, now if you have an element, say 3, okay, in the codomain, okay, in the codomain, that is r star. Okay, so you have to do what? You have to do this, right? fx is equal to 3, that means you have to find x, okay, which gives you 3, right? So what is the function? The function is defined as 1 by x. Okay, so 1 by x will be equal to 3, right? So what you will get is x is equal to 1 by 3, right? Now you know that this x is from the domain, right? X is from the domain, but this is not in the domain, right? 1 by 3 is not a natural number. Okay, it is a rational number but not a natural number, right? So you get a contradiction here. Okay, this is a contradiction. Okay, why you are getting the contradiction? Because you have taken fx is equal to 3. Okay, so there is no x such that fx is equal to 3. Okay, now we have to write this. Okay, we have to write, so let y equal to 3 belong to the codomain r star. Okay, now we have proved here, okay, that there is no element x belonging to natural numbers, okay, such that fx is equal to 3, right? So you have one y which is equal to 3, which does not have an x, okay, which does not have any x which is mapped to it, okay, which does not have any x in the domain, right, which is mapped to it. So therefore f is not onto. Okay, so that was the problem number 1, right? So let us look at the second problem and the first one of the second problem, that is f from n to n, okay, given by fx is equal to x square. Okay, so first we have to prove that the function f is we have to check in fact, okay, whether the function f is 1 1 or on 2. Okay, so first we will see whether the function f is 1 1, right? So you can see that, see this you have to see in your mind. Okay, first you have to know whether the function is 1 1 or on 2 first only here, right? Okay, so you have to do it in your mind and just you have to see whether the function f is 1 1, okay, or not. So you can see that this function is 1 1. Now why it is? So let fx1 is equal to fx2 you have to take, right? Now what is fx1 equal to? It will be x1 the whole square and fx2 will be equal to x2 the whole square, right? So now what you will get is, you will get that if you solve this equation, right? So how to solve this? X1 square minus x2 square equal to 0. Okay, that is you bring x2 the whole square on the other side, right? So what you will get by the formula a square minus b square, you will get a minus b, okay, multiplied by a plus b, okay, which is equal to 0. Okay, so what you will get is x1 is equal to x2, okay, or x1 is equal to minus x2, right? So see, this case is discarded here. Why? Because see, what we are writing is a natural number is a negative of a natural number, right? Okay, so that is not possible, right? This is not possible. Okay, first of all, natural number cannot be negative. Okay, so this case is discarded. So what you get is x1 is equal to x2. Okay, so this is the case. We have x1 is equal to x2. So therefore what? So we have considered that fx1 is equal to fx2. We got x1 is equal to x2. Therefore f is 1 1. Okay. Now let us do the second problem, okay, of the second one. So that is f from z to z is given by what? Fx is equal to x square. Okay, the same function of the previous problem, but the domain and the codomain are different. Okay, so see, you have to just see in your mind that whether the function is 1 1 first, okay, or not 1 1. So this looks like it is not 1 1, because see, if this is the set of integers that you are taking, right? So if you take 1 here, you will get f of 1 is equal to 1 square, which is 1, okay, and if you take minus 1, then you will get f at minus 1 is equal to minus 1 square, which is again 1. So two different elements go to a single element. So this, you see that it will not be 1 1, okay, so you have to write it. Now you can see that f at 1 is nothing but 1 square, which is 1, okay, then f at minus 1 is minus 1 the whole square, which is 1, right? So you can see that these elements are different, but what happens? F at 1 is equal to f at minus 1, right? So what you get is, since two different elements, okay, in the domain, that is minus 1 and 1, okay, go to a single element, okay, that is 1, okay, under f, therefore f is not 1 1, okay. So since two different elements in the domain, that is minus 1 and minus 1 and 1, go to a single element, that is 1 under f, therefore f is not 1 1. Why? Because two different elements, okay, in the domain should go to two different elements in the codomain, right, for the function f to be 1 1, right. No two different elements can go to a single element in the codomain, right. So this cannot happen. Okay, this cannot happen in the function f. Okay, then the function f is not 1 1, right. So therefore the function f is not 1 1. So first thing we have checked that the function is not 1 1. Now we have to go to onto. So for onto, what you do is you have to take one element in the codomain, okay, and check whether it has a element in the domain which is mapped to it. Okay, so now again you have to see in your mind whether the function is onto or not, right. So this function here looks like it is not onto. Okay, let us see why. So for y equal to 2 again, right, there is no element in this y equal to 2 belongs to the codomain, right, z. Okay, so there is no element in the domain which is z. Okay, there is no element x, okay, which is, this is the domain, right, such that fx is equal to y. Okay, so again this is what, if you have fx is equal to 2, right, that means x square is equal to 2. Okay, so x is equal to plus or minus root 2, which does not belong to the set z, right, which is the codomain. Which is the domain, right, this z is the domain. X is equal to plus or minus root 2 doesn't belong to the domain. So for y equal to 2 you have no element x in the set z which is the domain, such that fx is equal to y. So therefore f is not onto. Okay, now let us go to the third problem. Okay, that is what, f from r to r, right, which is given by fx is equal to, again it is the same function x square. Okay, first we will check whether the function f is 1 1 or not. So what you do is, let fx1 be equal to fx2. Okay, so but this function looks like it is not 1 1. Okay, so how it is not 1 1? So if you take f at minus 1, what you are getting, minus 1 the whole square, which is 1, and if you take f at 1 you will get 1 square, which is 1, right. So therefore f is not 1 1. Okay, since two different elements minus 1 and 1 have same image, that is 1, okay, under f. Okay, that is the reason why f is not 1 1. Okay, now we have to check whether f is onto or not. Okay, so to check f is onto or not, what you can do is, this function will be not onto, because see, if you take minus 2 belonging to the domain, codomain, okay, which is r, okay, you try to find the x, what you will get is x square is equal to minus 2, right. Even you could have taken minus 1, so it is okay, but you have taken minus 2, so this implies x square is equal to minus 2, right. So that means what, x is equal to plus or minus root of -2. Now what is this? This is an imaginary number, right? Okay, you have studied complex numbers in 11th standard, so there minus 1 was I, right? Here it is minus 2, okay, root of minus 2, so what it will be? It is root of minus 1 into root of 2, right, which is plus or minus root 2 I. Okay, so again this is imaginary number. Okay, so we are getting an imaginary number which doesn't belong to the set R, right, which is the domain. So you have an element minus 2 such that it doesn't have any element in the domain which is mapped to it. Okay, so this is not happening, right? There is an element in the codomain, okay, and there is no element here, okay, which is mapped to this element. Okay, this is the domain, and if it is, this is the codomain. There is no element from the domain which is mapped to the element 2 in the codomain. Okay, so f is not on 2. So what you have to write? For y equal to minus 2 belonging to the real numbers, there is no element x belonging to the real numbers, okay, such that fx is equal to minus 2. Okay, this real number is the codomain, this is the domain, right? So for y is equal to minus 2 belonging to the codomain, there is no element x in the domain such that fx is equal to minus 2. Okay, so therefore f is not on 2. Now let us go to the fourth problem. So fourth problem, the function is given as what? The function is from the natural numbers to natural numbers, okay, and it is given by fx is equal to x cube, right? So this is the function. Now you can see that this function will be 1 1. Now let us see why. fx1 is equal to fx2. Okay, this will imply what? x1 cube is equal to x2 cube, right? So that means what? x1 is equal to x2. Why? Because we are working with, first of all, the natural numbers. Okay, we are working with the natural numbers, x1 x2 belonging to the natural numbers. Okay, so you can see that if the cubes are equal, right, the number should be equal, right? 2 2. Okay, 8 8, if it is 8 is equal to 8, so the cube of what it is? 8 2, right? So 2 cube is equal to 2 cube you will have. Okay, because what will happen is, if you take minus 2 cube, that is nothing but minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2, right, which is 2 into 2 is 4 plus minus minus plus. Okay, so 4 into minus 2, which is 8, and minus sign, so you will get minus 8. So you can see that 2 cube is 8 and minus 2 cube is minus 8, so there is no case of plus or minus here. Okay, so x1 is equal to x2. So what you have got is fx1 is equal to fx2, that means x1 is equal to x2. Okay, if fx1 is equal to fx2 implies x1 is equal to x1 is equal to x2. Okay, so f is 1 1, right? Now we have to see that whether the function f is on 2 or not. So for that, what you do is, you can do it in the rough first, right? So fx is equal to y means what? X cube is equal to y, right? So that means if you take y equal to 2, okay, if you take y equal to 2, okay, because see, y should be in what? Y should be in the natural numbers, right? So y is in the natural numbers. Okay, so this 2 is in the natural numbers, right? So x is equal to 2 cube root of 2, right? but cube root of 2 doesn't belong to the natural numbers, right? This will be some decimal number. Okay, so what you are getting is, for y equal to 2, you are getting that there is no element x such that it is mapped to 2. So for y is equal to 2, which belongs to the natural number, there is no element x in the domain, okay, such that fx is equal to 2. Simple, right? So therefore f is not on 2. Okay, now the fifth problem will be the same as the fourth one. Okay, only in place of n it is integers. Okay, that's it. So the fifth problem will have the same answer, f is 1 1 and f is not on 2. Okay, but solution will be different. Okay, the conclusion is the same, but the solution is different because you have to write z in place of n. Okay, so that you have to keep in mind. Okay, now let us do the problem 3. So the problem 3 is, prove that the greatest integer function f from r to r given by fx is equal to the greatest integer less than or equal to x, okay, is neither 1 1 nor on 2, where this symbol denotes the greatest integer less than or equal to x. Okay, so let us solve this problem. You are given a function f from r to r defined by fx is equal to square bracket x, okay, which is equal to what? Which is equal to greatest integer less than or equal to x. Okay, so if we take some examples, like for example, if you take the real number 3.1, so you look at the number line here. Okay, so this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Okay, so if you look at this number 3.1 and if you take the greatest integer function of that number, so you will get what? Greatest integer less than or equal to 3.1. Okay, so greatest integer less than or equal to 3.1 will be what? See, 3.1 is here, right? So an integer which is less than 3.2, an integer which is less than 3.1 and which is the greatest. Okay, so it will be 3, right? See, there are integers which are less than 3.1, okay, like 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, all these are less than 3.1, but we have to take the greatest. Okay, greatest integer we have to take, right, which is less than or equal to 3.1, so it will be 3. Okay, similarly if you take the number say 4.3, okay, then the greatest integer which is less than or equal to 4.3 will be 4. Okay, so like that. Now greatest integer, if you want to find the greatest integer of minus 3.1, okay, minus 3.1 is here. Okay, minus 3.1. Now this is minus 4 here. Okay, so greatest integer which is less than minus 3.1, okay, which is less than minus 3.1, okay, so it will be minus 4. Okay, so this will be minus 4, right? So like that you can find the greatest integer function of any element. Okay, so that is the function you have. Now we have to prove that the function is neither 1 1 nor on 2. Okay, so it looks like this function is not 1 1. Why? Because if you take f of 0.1, which is the greatest integer less than or equal to 0.1, okay, so if you look at the number line, 0.1 is here, right, greater than 0, 0.1. Now the greatest integer which is less than or equal to the number 0.1 is 0, right? So, and what about f of 0.2? So it will be greatest integer of 0.2, right? So which is 0 again, okay. So now what you get is f of 0.1 is equal to f of 0.2, right? So you can see that since two different elements, okay, that is 0.1 and 0.2 in the domain have same image, okay, have same image, that is 0, okay, in the codomain under f, okay, under the function f. So therefore f is 1 1. Sorry, f is not 1 1, okay. So now similarly, if you want to check whether the function is onto or 1 1, not similarly, if you want to check that if a function is 1 1 or onto, okay, then what you do, if it is 1 1, then you have to prove that it is 1 1 for every y belonging to the codomain. You want to find an element x in the domain such that fx is equal to y, right? But this function, that is the greatest integer function, looks like it is not onto, okay. So why it is not onto, let us see. So for y equal to say you can take y equal to 1.1, okay, which belongs to the real numbers, right, which is the codomain that you are taking, okay. Now if you look at fx is equal to y, which is 1.1, and you try to find x, right, so let us try to find x. So fx is what? It is greatest integer function of x, right, which is equal to 1.1, okay. Now which is a decimal number, right, it is a decimal number, right. So but this greatest integer function is always what? It is always an integer, right, since the function, greatest integer function, is always an integer, okay. Therefore greatest integer x of 1.1, okay, which you are getting is a contradiction, right, since this greatest integer function of x is always an integer, okay, you are getting a decimal number, so this is a contradiction, right. So therefore for y equal to 1.1 belonging to R, okay, there is no element x which belongs to R, okay, which is the domain, okay, such that fx is equal to y, okay. So therefore f is not onto, okay. So what we have proved? We have proved that therefore f is neither 1 1 nor onto, okay. So that is the problem number 3. Now let us look at the problem number 4, okay. So the problem number 4 is, show that the modulus function f from R to R given by modulus of x is neither 1 1, okay, nor onto, okay, where modulus of x is what? Is x if x is positive or 0, or mod of x is minus x if x is negative, okay. So let us solve this problem. So you have a function f from R to R, which is defined by fx is equal to modulus of x. Okay, now if you look at the function fx, which is the modulus of x, it is nothing but x such that x is greater than or equal to 0 and minus x if x is less than 0, right? So this is the function which you have. Now we have to check, not check, we have to show that this function f is onto, neither onto nor 1 1. Okay, so you can see that f of minus 1 is what? Mod of minus 1, which is 1, right? Also f of 1 is what? It is mod of 1, which is 1. So therefore what you get is f of minus 1 is equal to f of 1, right? So again, since two different elements, 1 and minus 1, okay, have same image, that is 1, okay, in the codomain under the function f, okay, therefore f is not 1 1. Okay, now let us show that f is not onto also. Okay, so what you do is, see, this modulus function is not onto. Why? Because see, modulus function, that is mod of x, is always greater than or equal to 0, right? So you are having the codomain as what? As the real numbers, right? So the range of the function f is all positive numbers. Okay, so if you take any negative number in the codomain, then the negative number won't have any element in the domain which is mapped to it. Okay, so we have to take one negative number and show that f is not onto. Okay, so for y equal to minus 1 belonging to R, okay, if you try to find x, what you will get? Fx is equal to modulus of x, which is equal to minus 1, right? Y we are taking it as minus 1, right? So here we are getting it as what? Minus 1 is less than 0. Okay, so modulus of x is less than 0, right? You are getting, which is a contradiction, right? Which is a contradiction. Now why it is a contradiction? Because modulus of x is always greater than or equal to 0. Here you are getting modulus of x as less than 0, right? So which is a contradiction. So therefore for y equal to minus 1 belonging to R, there is no element, okay, x belonging to the domain, right, which is R, such that fx is equal to minus 1. So therefore what will happen? So therefore f is not onto. Okay, because you have found one element minus 1 in the codomain such that it doesn't have an element in the domain which is mapped to it. Okay, that is fx is equal to minus 1 you cannot get. Okay, because you cannot get an x in the domain such that fx is equal to minus 1. Okay, so therefore f is not onto. So what you have proved? F is neither 1 1 nor onto. Okay, so that was the problem number 4. So that's it in the video, guys. If you have liked my video, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.